I thought it would be interesting to do a video comparing the new NASB Prime Edition, the large print compact Bible, with a couple of other Bibles that are similar size that are also premium quality. And we have here in the middle the personal size Quentel, and then this is a rebind of a Cambridge Clarion. I thought it would be good to compare these three because they're all premium quality Bibles, and it would be interesting just to see their size comparisons as well as what the print is like on the inside of each of these, just so you get an idea of how the new Prime Edition compares to some of these other Bibles of similar size. One thing to keep in mind with the large print compact Bible over here is that this is not a reference Bible, whereas the PSQ and the Clarion are both reference Bibles, so they have cross-references in them. This one over here does not. They all have very nice covers. These two are goatskin covers. This one is a rebind. You can get a goatskin cover if you order the Clarion online. So I don't have a goatskin cover, so I'm showing this one because it's the only one that I have. You can also get all of these Bibles in the New American Standard Bible. I thought that was another good reason to compare these. But the goatskin on these two, both very nice. Schuyler is known for just having really good quality materials, so obviously that goatskin is going to be really great. The goatskin on the Prime Edition, though, is actually very good quality. To me, it seems like it has a very sturdy feel to it, kind of a rugged feel to it. So that should really help this Bible to last a long time. Also, you see here their spines are similar with the spine hubs. And the size of these Bibles is very similar. The Prime Edition is a little bit taller and wider, but very close in height and width, and also in how thick they are. They're both very similar in thickness. And then the Clarion, and this is going to be a little different because the rebinder has a little bit of a yap on there, whereas I think that the stock version of this doesn't have much of a yap. But still, you can see that they are a similar size as well. And if you think of this tooled line here as being where the text block is, that kind of gives you an idea of the size comparison. And so they are very similar in size. In terms of thickness, the Clarion is a thicker Bible. That's one of the things that it's kind of known for, is being kind of a short and stocky Bible, so being pretty thick. So you can see here the large print compact NASB is definitely thinner. So in some ways this is an easier Bible to handle. The other thing I like about a thinner Bible is that there's going to be less of a gutter. It's just going to lay a little bit flatter, and everything, the printing is going to be a little bit more flat on the page. Whereas a thicker Bible like this, that gutter is going to be more noticeable. The text is going to tend to want to go into the gutter more. Now, both the Prime Edition large print compact and the Clarion are single column format, so that's a similarity. You can see that the print in the Clarion is a nice good size print. I think they're both advertised as being around a 9-point font, but in all honesty, I would say that the Clarion reads like a larger font than that in comparison to the NASB Compact Bible. The other thing I'm noticing here is that the paper in the Clarion is a brighter paper. This, I believe, is printed in the Netherlands, whereas the Prime Edition is printed in Korea. So the Clarion does have a better paper quality, and the print does stand out better. However, both are line matched. And again, because you don't have references in the Prime Edition, it does make for a thinner Bible than the Clarion. But that gives you a comparison of the prose section there. Let's look at poetry. But both of these Bibles are very nice. They both have the art gilt page edges, both have red under gold, although this is more of that very light, what a lot of people call a salmon type color. And the Prime Edition has a darker, richer red. But both very high quality. And in terms of width, the Clarion does look like it's a little bit wider. It's a little bit thicker and wider than the Prime Edition Compact Bible. And then in comparison to the PSQ on the left there has a double column format versus the single column in the Prime Edition. The font size in these actually looks very similar to me, although the PSQ is advertised as an 8.5 size, whereas the Prime Edition is advertised as a 9-point font. So it might be a little bit bigger. The Prime Edition may be a tad larger font. But the way that the PSQ is designed really is very easy on the eyes, easy to read, both line matched. And again, the PSQ has references. You see that on the bottom there, the cross references. Whereas the Prime Edition is just a text Bible with some translator notes. So that's the prose comparison. Here's a comparison of the poetry section. And I do think that poetry is really nice to read in a single column format. So that's one thing I do like about the Prime Edition. But again, the PSQ is very well designed, so the poetry also looks good in that. And in terms of how wide they are, actually the Prime Edition is a little bit wider from page edge to page edge than the PSQ. Something else I didn't mention, the Clarion that I have was a black letter text for the words of Christ. This Prime Edition also has the words of Christ in black letter text. But the PSQ, at least the one that I have here, is in red letter. Now the NASB, this is not an NASB, this is an NKJV. I'm not sure if they're going to have red letter. But some of the PSQs definitely have red letter for the words of Christ. But the red letter from Schuyler is very nice. So there are a lot of similarities with all three of these editions, all premium quality Bibles, what you would call at least personal size Bibles, if not like this one, compact. Publishers use different terms and mean different things by those terms, but basically these are very easy to carry Bibles that are kind of like hand-sized Bibles. And the retail on this one, I believe, is right around $200. You can get it for maybe $170 right now on the Lockman website. The PSQ, I believe, is $190. And the Clarion, if you get it in goatskin, is over $200. So this would be typically the most expensive Bible. So that is a comparison of those three Bibles. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave that in the comments section. Thank you so much for taking a look at these with me from A Frisch Perspective.